I just really need y'all to know a bad bitch when you see one.
Hey guys, so everyone's always been asking me to do color, and I finally did some color. So this is a purple, I want to say neutral eye. It looks blue, but I promise it's purple, and I will be naming the products that I use. Look at this highlight. Sorry, I have ADD. My lip kind of got stuck on my tooth. That was weird. But yeah, oh my gosh, look at that highlight. My ADD kicks in when I see stuff like this. But yeah, so this is a new look that I did for you guys, and yeah, same shit as last time. Thanks for watching, and just fast forward. And yeah, watch this. Like, it looks crazy when I'm doing it, but I promise this is the end result. Like, know that, you know the rest. And yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, go watch the video. Go watch it.
You want to take is women dressing like men. You betcha, Iris. No, I think you boys are going to find something a little.
So alright, let's get started. So this is my face all natural. I mean, I'm not all the way ugly, but I'm kind of cute still. So I will be naming the products on the bottom. Right now, I'm using a pencil that I got at CVS. It's from L'Oreal. It's one of my favorites. They finally came out with a color that was dark enough for my naturally dark hair. And I'm brushing it out because obviously I don't want those harsh brows on the front. Like, nobody should have harsh brows. So you just want to fill them in and brush out the front. And that's what I'm doing right now, as you can see. And what you do to one side, you must remember to do to the other. Right? Filling them in. And you see I'm going with my natural shape, and I'm just defining them. Ignore the pimples on my forehead because I had a really bad breakout session. Alright, so right now I'm using Shape Tape. That is my favorite concealer right now. I like the Juvia's Place too, but right now I'm using Shape Tape. And then I'm putting Shape Tape all over the lid as well. Now let me tell you, this will make your eyeshadow stick and make you have that bomb, like, I just got my makeup done look with your eyeshadow. This concealer is the truth. I am obsessed. I haven't found anything that's really comparable to it yet, but don't worry, I'm still searching for you guys. So you're just going to put that in. Your pressure doesn't have to be too heavy, okay? When you're too heavy, you kind of just mess it up and it squishes down the product. So I did it the same thing to both sides. But yeah, you just want to put it on evenly. Alright, this is glitter glue. If you know me, you know that I love glitter glue. I use glitter glue as my primer for my eyeshadow because it holds really well for the eyeshadow. And it will not move. It won't move through tears. I've done weddings where it just does not move. Okay, baby. And it's really cheap. It's from NYX. And I'm literally lightly, it looks like I'm doing a lot of pressure, but I'm not. I'm putting that all over the lid. And I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette now to do my eyeshadow. I'm going to name the stuff under, and if I don't, just send me a message and ask me. I'll be forgetting. And I'm pressing this color all over my lid. And like I said, it doesn't have to be heavy pressure. Very light pressure goes a long way. You don't have to do too much. And I'm doing this slightly above the crease because when I open my eyes, you can see my crease, but not to the extent of what I wanted. And I have all that space between my crease and my eyebrow bone, so I can bring it up a little more. And you just pressing, and in the midst of you pressing, all those million bristles are going to do the job for you. So don't overthink it, y'all. Just blend it out. We'll press it on and it'll blend it out on its own. Right. So the color that I'm using it's the lighter shade, but basically I'm using a lighter shade to soften it up a little bit. So that's technically what I'm doing now. I'm just blending it out on its own, but letting the bristles do their job, which is why there's so many bristles. Alright, so now I'm going back in with the glitter glue and I am sculpting out where I want my lid color to be. And I'm using a very flat brush. I cannot tell you where I got this brush. It was a gift. And I am obsessed. I love flat brushes that I can manipulate to put the color on. And it sculpts it out so that way when I do put my shadow on, it'll stay really nicely. And you want to put not too much, but enough to where it's like a little wet but also tacky, so that way it'll stick and you won't have to worry about fallout, because fallout is ghetto. Okay, don't let that be you where your eyeshadow is falling all over your face and you look a hot mess. All right, So I'm adding this color on and I'm just pressing it all over the lid. Pressing is my thing when it comes to shadow. You don't want to do too much swiping. You just want to pack it on there so that way it sits where you need it to sit. And I'm doing the same thing. And remember, what you do to one side, you must do to the other. So yeah. And this color, I don't know why it's showing up blue because it's definitely purple. But either way, you can do this same exact look with any other shadow of your choice. Like if you wanted to swap out the colors, you can. So now I'm doing a lighter shade in the inner corner, and I'm gonna gently, I use like a really thin pencil to, not pencil, but brush, fine tip I guess you can say, to blend that out. Now those of you that know me know that I do foundation first, but when it comes to colors and bold stuff, I do it last. So that's what I'm doing right now. And if I come up with new tips and tricks, I will keep y'all posted. Alright. And then I went back in with the crease color just to bring it up just a little higher and soften it just a little bit. But you see how it blended out beautifully? Yes, God. Look at that. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm drinking coquito. My mom makes it. So yeah. All right, remember what you do. And then look, this is the moment where I was like, wow, you saw how I looked at the camera like, wow, idiot, you didn't put the primer. So then I went ahead and did that again, and off camera, I just made it look like the other eye. Now I'm putting on my foundation. I will name the foundation, but it is the Face Tape foundation from Tarte. I'm seeming to love Tarte stuff these days. Like their products have been not failing me, but I also mix it with Born This Way from Too Faced. I'm obsessed. All right, there go my Shape Tape. Period. It's my favorite concealer ever. And even though I place this in my highlight points, I do let it sit so that way it does its job. Like if you blend your concealer out too quick, it's not going to cover and do what you need it to do. Yes. Oh my God, I love this concealer so much. Alright, so I let it sit for about maybe 5 minutes or more. I think I did it for a little more because I was drinking wine, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. So here I am blending it out with the same foundation brush. I do these bloopers where I go and I'm like either on Facebook Live or Instagram Live. So if you see me talking, ignore it and just do what I do. But I'm blending it out really nicely. See how just letting it sit, it makes me look so even. I'm obsessed. Look at me just talking my crap. Giving tips and tricks on live. Blending it out. And then, yep. Why am I like this, y'all? Alright. So yeah, now I'm pretty sure I'm doing my powder next, which is Airspun. I'm obsessed with Airspun. Airspun is so cheap. It's literally a dupe to all these powders that they have you using in the stores, like, you know, different vendors and stuff. I mean, other powders are good too, but I be on a budget and cheap, and I like stuff that's, you know, quality over the price. So this powder has not failed me. I've used it on multiple skin types. I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, I'm putting this underneath the eye, down the bridge of the nose, basically everywhere you saw me put the concealer after I blended it. And I'm also putting this on my brows. This is the best thing I've ever done for my brows. It literally will set them mugs and you don't ever have to worry about them being shiny. My skin changed from being very dry to very oily the older I got. So yeah, pretty much. Oh, and I put it underneath the jawline so it will blend beautifully. Alright, now I'm going to sculpt out my cheeks. I'm using a very small brush and I'm using MAC powder to blend out. And yeah, I think it's like NC42. I'm going to double check and I'll put it in below. But yeah, I'm blending that out, sculpting it. The older I got, I used to use bigger brushes to contour. The older I got, I like smaller brushes because it's more compact and it places it exactly where I need it to go. Now I'm using the same foundation brush that I used to blend everything out and put my foundation to dust off the excess powder. And I'm doing this very lightly. Do not go so rough because you will literally take off what you've done and have like blotches and you're going to look a mess. And I'm going to laugh. Because I done told you and I'm trying to give you this free little YouTube tutorial. Okay? And now I'm going back in because sometimes when you dust off that white powder, it'll take a little bit off. And also because I like a good contour, okay? I'm 141 pounds and I want to look 41 pounds, okay? So here I am blending it out. And yeah, I'm adding my nose contour, and it just brings a certain light down the center. I don't know what I'm doing with this powder. You see me? Probably going to add something onto my eyes. I'm always doing some extra crap. Oh, I'm just playing, y'all. I'm going underneath the eye with some color under the eye. And all I did was wet the brush with some water, and then I dipped it in. It's like this little palette that my best friend gave me. But yeah, I'm just adding. You can add whatever color underneath the eye that you want. It doesn't have to necessarily be what I did. You can even do black if you want to, like a chocolate brown. But either way, as long as you add that on the bottom and blend it out, it'll give you like that look of where you have multiple colors under your eyes. All right, so I did it to both sides, and now I'm adding my wing. I'm gonna have a more in-depth wing like tips and tricks video later on, but bear with me because I can only do one video at a time, and this video literally took me all day to edit. So I appreciate y'all waiting. So yeah, I love this liner. This is from NYX. And NYX's liner is the best liner I've ever used. I always tell my friends about it, and they absolutely love it. Literally the best liner I've ever purchased in my life. That junk do not move, and the tip is so fine. You can literally add it on. And then, yeah, do it to both sides. I don't know what the hell I'm looking for, but yeah, I did the liner to both. Oh, highlight. So the highlight that I'm using is the Ofra highlight, and I'm obsessed, like for real. And I'm just adding it on the highlight points of my cheek, which is the top of the cheekbones. You see me mouth fire down the top of my cheekbones, down the center of my nose, and then Cupid's bow, I think, is where I put it. My teeth look really white. Maybe I should do a video where I'm telling you guys the whitening stuff that I use, like, and what I used to floss and brush my teeth, etc. Look at that highlight. It's so fire. Oh my God, I love that highlight. I love highlight in general. I will put on highlight repeatedly before I walk out the house. Honestly, truly. Alright, so just dusting that on. Look at my nose. It's like a little button. So cute. Yes, doing my highlight, and I'm probably adding more. Alright, so these are my favorite lashes. I've literally cried through these lashes, got wet in the rain, wet them by accident washing. Like, I'm obsessed. And they literally, if you get them wet, you literally let them dry down until they're completely dry, and then you take your fingers and kind of rub them through the lashes, and they pop right back up. Like if you got a Dominican blowout on your lashes. So anytime I put on lashes, I always curl them, because it lifts the lashes up. You don't want to be out here looking like lamb chops. So please, for the love of God, buy yourself an eyelash curler and curl your lashes before you put them on. Right, and I use bonding glue to put this on because my eyes are way too teary for regular glue sometimes. Like, they just don't work for me. So you don't have to use what I use, but as long as you use lash glue or something that's the adhesive that's for hair and stuff like that, then that's okay. Not stuff for your head like micro link, whatever people use to put that on. None of that. Oh, look at me going back in with some highlight, because you can never have enough. And I'm probably singing along to something. Alright, and then I'm putting mascara down the bottom, because I didn't feel like putting black eyeliner on this time. And then I'm doing it to the other side. And y'all, this is where y'all see that I'm accident prone, because look, boom. I was so hurt when I realized that I put mascara on my face. But it came off really easy. You let it dry down. I look so sad. You let it dry down, and then I used the concealer brush that I had, and I fixed it. I fixed it, and then I went back in and just added the contour back. All right, and then yeah, my makeup is almost done. I'm about to do my lips. All right, y'all know how I feel about these 99-cent lip liners from Elegant Beauty. And Elegant Beauty, I don't know if y'all have it up north, but it's definitely in the south, like Florida area. Florida has Elegant Beauty in South Florida, and I'm obsessed with Elegant Beauty. Okay, let me just tell y'all that I'm obsessed. I love this brown liner because brown liner and nude together on like lips look fire. Like, I have lips, but even if you don't have a lot of lips, like, it really will make it look so good. And I blended it out with my finger. And then I'm going to go in with some nude stuff that I got a sample of. I couldn't even tell you what it is, but you can use whatever nude you feel comfortable with. Like, everybody has that nude. I found a sample that I wanted to try out, so that's what I'm putting on my lips. Look at that. Oh, I love brown liner with nude. It's so amazing. And those of y'all that are watching, okay, just know that I do not care about how I look without makeup because God made me this way and you should be very accepting. Oh, Carmex. I love Carmex on my lips or like really clear glossy glosses when I put my nudes on. So yeah. Period. Do y'all see that highlight? Oh my goodness. And this is no filter, you guys. So could you imagine with a filter?
Thanks for watching, you guys. Yes, I just paused that last intro video to do the outro. So
I actually do bloopers, and when I'm filming, I actually am on live, whether it's Instagram or Facebook Live, and I'm actually like doing these bloopers so that way people can see that I'm a normal person just like you guys. I'm spilling stuff, I'm dropping things, I'm attaching and detaching my lashes. My wings are like sisters and not identical, and that's fine. But I just want to thank all of you guys for sticking with me. I know that I've made so many promises on actually posting, but I promise I'm going to be posting more now because this is what I love. And yeah. Period. But next is going to be either glitter or smoky, so stay tuned. And please, please, please tell a friend, subscribe. This is like makeup for dummies because even when I started doing makeup, I hated doing eyeshadow, and I literally can do this. Like, tell a friend, send them the link, tell them to watch my videos. I have all kinds of videos, whether it's eyebrows. If you have that friend that has the messed up eyebrows where the front of her brows look crazy, I literally do a really easy, simple tutorial. And just tell a friend, all right? Thank you so much for supporting. I love you guys.